Evening. How are we all? Lovely, lovely to be with you. I get so excited when I'm coming on here to be with you. It's a real highlight for me. So I'm going to say, please come in. Please come in the door that has been opened for you. So I like to think of this as my healing room. I'm inviting you all in for a lovely evening of development and to help support you. So I'm going to light the candle. It wants to light. There we go. Hi everybody. So look at that beautiful candle that I am lighting in your honor. Just to set the scene, I want you to come in, take a seat into my lovely healing room. But this is our group tonight, as if I am welcoming you into my home. Take a seat, take a couple of deep breaths. Do you know, so often when we're looking for help and we're looking for messages, we're so uptight and we're breathing just into our throat. So to set the scene in order to allow you to receive, because sometimes if we're too uptight, we can't actually receive. We don't hear it because we're wanting to hear something a particular way, and it has to be exactly what we've asked for. So I just feel here that you need to just take a few deep breaths so that you're open to hearing the guidance and what Spirit have to bring for you. Okay, so I honor you, dedicate this evening to all of you. I just have lovely sandalwood burning here. So I've set the scene with the smell as well. Okay. And then we set the scene a bit more. These are all things that I use that you may find useful. So just to set the scene, using sage oil to just cleanses the area, cleanses the aura, and burning that as an oil as well. Okay, so welcome. So as always, I like to start the evening with a reading for all of you so that all of you get a connection and all of you get a message from Spirit. Okay. So what's been going on for you? Has everyone been feeling a bit emotional? Has everyone been feeling a bit uptight, short-tempered, impatient? Okay, we just had the equinox. Some of you may acknowledge that, but the energies I have found have been like a roller coaster. So 1 minute really high and up, and then it's like the rug is pulled and you can barely get out of bed. Okay, so I'm certainly feeling that for me it is definitely those energies that are playing with my emotional field, mental field, physical field. All right, there's a lot going on, and you can always research that, what's actually going on with the planet. Obviously, lots of seismic activity been going on the last couple of weeks. Lots of weather changes, unusual changes. Mother Earth is shaking, rattling and rolling, isn't she? So, and then we're also being bombarded, I understand, from outside the planet as well. So be gentle with yourselves, okay? A lot of this that you might be feeling is not to you, okay? But you do need to adjust to it, get enough rest when you can, and definitely, as I say, so while I'm talking here, please, all of you, take some deep breaths, all right? Just not overextending, but just breathing in through the nose. And what you can do as well when you're breathing in is you can clench your fists like this and clench your muscles. So sort of like tense your thighs as well. And as you give a big breathe in, and then just let it go. You can make a big noise if you want, which I won't do here. And just breathe out and then release your hands as well, okay? So this is a great way, and you're literally sort of almost throwing away that energy, but it's a great way of getting rid of some unwanted anxiety, shall we say. Okay, so let's see what's in store for all of us, shall we, to start with. Okay. Feel a nice gentle energy coming in with us today. I'm going to say today because I know for some of you it's morning, some it's afternoon, some it's evening. So I just say today. We also have full moon coming up. So the week before the full moon, I don't know how that affects you, but also can build up anxieties, pent up energies. Full moon is time for letting go of what is no longer serving you. And that can be all sorts of things. Be behaviors, attitudes, way of thinking, letting go of the negativity. Sometimes it is as easy as just doing what I said, just saying, I don't want this anymore. Take this away. And then looking at life with a slightly different perspective, turning the other way and going, oh, hang on a minute, I can see the light over there. Also a time for forgiveness. You know, again, we hold on to things, don't we? So much of our pain is because of what we're not willing to let go of, what we're not willing to even look at or work through. Might not be easy to let it go straight away, but we need to bring it out in the open, observe it, validate it. You're having the feeling it's real. All right? It's real for you. But then we don't, I love the saying, it's okay to visit, just don't take up residence. All right? You don't want to get stuck with that. And if you do, then sometimes it's worth acknowledging it's a choice. You sometimes like sitting in the drama. Do we sometimes get addicted to drama? Oh, what's going on over here? Oh, have you heard what they're doing? Oh, have you seen this on my phone? It's an adrenaline rush, and that can be a dangerous addiction, rather than seeking peace of mind. That seems a bit boring. I like excitement. And then we moan because then it gives us something to moan about, where then we have to take responsibility that we chose that. Okay, let's see what we've got for us. Apart from the message they've already been giving you. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so basically in confirmation of what I was just saying, we've got take charge and action. And I feel this means taking charge of your thoughts, taking charge of your actions. Okay, because either side, I feel that it's about realizing how protected we are and how looked after we are, because we all have a guardian angel. You may believe that, you may not. All right. There is somebody there who was a being there that will always help you. And also sacred plan. I think this came up last week. And it's realizing that there is always a plan. All right. It might not feel like this is a good plan for us, but going back to what I was saying earlier, just by choosing a different way to look at it, sometimes we need to sit with the uncomfortable feelings for a day or two. Okay, sometimes we need to do that, but don't take up residence there. Don't say I've got to feel like this for ages. Open your eyes, look at the sunrise, smell a flower. All these things may seem trite and boring, but my God, do they work to connect in with that higher vibration, rather than it's almost like keeping our head in our hands and just saying, I don't want to look because I like feeling this way. I like feeling miserable. I like feeling uncomfortable. I like feeling emotional. So I feel that it's about taking action to help our feelings is a message here today. All right. What can we do? What can we do to help ourselves? Sometimes that is just asking for help. Sometimes that is just asking, help me. Okay. But you can also visualize. A great way I find is going outside barefoot on the earth and then shutting your eyes, taking some of those deep breaths and visualizing all the negative energy draining out of your hands. You can hold your hands down towards the earth like this. I'm putting them up here so you can see them, okay? But facing down to the earth, your feet on the earth, and imagine it. You can imagine it as a liquid or just negativity, and just ask the light to come in. And I just want to release. And if you shake your hands like this and just saying, I want to let go of all this uncomfortable feeling, and see it draining out through the base of your feet. Imagine roots going down from the base of your feet into the earth beneath. and see all this uncomfortable and negative feeling, and just keep saying, I release, I want to release, help me to release this. Okay? And then when you're done, go and wash your hands, rubbing your hands together, making that contact with you again, saying thank you for helping you do that. And if you do that as a daily exercise, I'll be interested to know how you feel after you've done that for a week. Okay, let's see what might be blocking all of us. Okay, let's see what might be blocking all of us. Okay, well, this makes sense to me as well. Okay, surrender to the wisdom of your body. That's what I was saying earlier. It's giving us those messages, okay? But if we only just stop and listen, take those deep breaths and go inward, listen to what your body is telling you. It's giving you messages all the time. It's just whether you pay attention. For me, if I have an ache or a pain, I pay attention. What is it about that? Where has that come from? Why have I got that? What am I doing? Because something that I've, so for example, I was getting very bad pains in my hips, top of my thighs, and just wondering, this was really getting uncomfortable. And if I walked, it was getting more uncomfortable. So with my osteopath, she asked how I was sitting. What am I sitting on? And obviously lives have changed. So I'm doing a lot of sitting like this. And I was sitting on a chair, a wooden chair. And she said, your legs are getting locked in place like this. And you need to be able to move your hips and open your knees. Okay. So she recommended I get a stool. She works with a small soft stool with wheels on, like a hairdresser's stool or beautician's stool or therapist stool. And so I looked into that, but what I came across was I found a wobble stool. So it has sort of a curved base. And at first I thought, oh, wow, this is going to be uncomfortable. But do you know what? It's been amazing. I can move like I'm sitting on it now. So I can move back and forward. So that's working my core muscles. I can then stretch out my legs to the side. I can keep working. So whether I'm typing or on a live, I can keep my body moving. Okay. Wheels, I thought I might just go out of sight, wheel off into the distance. But so I found this. So what I'm saying is I was listening to my body. I took action. I got some help. I got some advice from someone I trust. And then I took further action and I invested in myself. It wasn't something I could, because I was going to buy I was looking into big office chairs, and she just said, no, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter how expensive your chair is, you're still keeping your legs rigid for hours and hours and hours. So I tell you, when I finish with a few hours on here, I just flow with it. All right, I just flow with it, and it's not hurting me as much, but my stomach's getting flatter. How about that after only a week? So it's pulling in those core muscles. I'm not even having to do a workout. I'm doing a workout while I work. So how fantastic is that? It's listening to the wisdom of your body. Okay. Because another thing I was shown, I was trying to do something with my hair this morning, and we've been here in the UK lockdown for many months, and hairdressers are all shut. And I just thought, well, actually, what I've started noticing is just let it be, just leave it. And it's like it's been having a rest from all the messing about it gets. And I was getting a message through very strongly that sometimes we also just need to let things be, that sometimes we need healing time. So sometimes it's not about that taking charge and taking action. The decision can be stop forcing a door to open that doesn't want to open at the moment. We need to surrender a bit to divine timing, to wait for that right time. Sometimes just let it be. Let something heal. Let something have space. That might be something in a relationship. It may be an argument you've had with someone. Stop picking at it. Stop picking at the scab. Sometimes just let it be. Okay? And then if you're in touch with those feelings in your body, asking that question, is now the right time? What I use a lot is I use my body as a pendulum. Okay? So I'll just share that with you. This is a wonderful technique I use. And it takes practice for you to really tune in and then start to get the feel for what's right and what's wrong for you. I stand and put my hand on my heart. Okay. There is a wonderful process called the balance procedure, which I was taught. by a lovely lady called Adrienne. But what I then grew to was that I was being guided that the body itself can be that pendulum. And then I ask the question, I take a deep breath and I ask the question, with my feet flat on the floor, my knees slightly soft. And then if my body falls forward, I have a yes answer. If I feel it starting to tilt back, that's a no. If it stays still, it means it's out of balance with the question. Okay. And so I found that this really, really works for me in helping get in touch with my inner guidance. So you might want to try that. Okay. So, let me see. I'm just being told there's one more. Right. What is our affirmation for the week? So remember, these are messages for all of you. Okay. This is to make sure that I can give all of you a message from Spirit. All right. You can all benefit from this wisdom. But remember, if you're too closed, if you're too uptight, looking for exactly what you want, sometimes you're not receiving the answer you need. Lovely. This is for all of you. I am precious and I cherish who I am. I am precious and I cherish who I am. So let's start this evening with a lovely feeling of self-love. How nice is that? I cherish all of you. Okay, I'd like to say thank you to Donna, who was on before me with her wonderful balances. She's lovely. Have a treatment with her. She's absolutely fantastic. We do swaps. I give her a reading and she gives me some balances. So we love that. I'm very blessed to have found her. And all of you. Okay, so now I will just go to who I'm drawn to. Okay, so let me just have a look. Would be nice if you, hi Donna, you have me, hello. So do let me know where you're calling from, writing from, connecting from. Hi everybody. Okay. Right, now I may go back up and down the line, keep putting, because these messages all of a sudden disappear, okay? That's not our fault, it's just the way that Facebook is working. So we can't sometimes go back to the top, but I will keep going up and down the line and I'm going where Spirit lead me, okay? If you do, I mean, obviously when we're working on here, these are just examples of the work we do. Obviously the work we all do outside of this is more in depth. So if you look me up, my details will be, you can actually click on this picture now on your phone or your laptop and the details will come up below, and when we're done, this video will go up. It's melaniewellard.co.uk is my website. That's probably the best place to go. If you want to follow me on Facebook, please do. It's all, I don't have a personal profile, it's all for my business. And if you want to follow me, I do some regular little inspirational videos that people follow. Not doing so many of those at the moment because I'm studying. So I'm making sure I'm focused on that and then I will get back to this. So, Matthew. When I write your name down, I connect to you much more strongly to your name because your name has energy and power. Okay, right. I'm being drawn to use with you. I have many different cards and oracle cards, and these just help me connect. Okay, they're just a tool that I use. But I want to now, Tricia, I'm going to use because we've got the full moon coming up on the 28th, 29th, I think, if in Sydney. I'm going to use the moon oracle cards, okay? Right. Right, as I link in with you, Trish, sorry, is it Trisha or Trish? I'll call you Trisha as you've written that up. What I'm feeling for you is there's like a new door in front of you, okay? And it's like you're a bit nervous of going through that door. It's like it's ajar and you're standing away from it, but you're looking at it. So I feel there's big change coming when you're ready to open that door. All right. So I just feel that it's something you've been working on for a long time. Okay, I'm just gonna excuse me. I'm when I start coughing like this, it's not always the incense. I'm feeling, Trish, that there is something really caught in your throat chakra. Okay. Excuse me. Right, there's something you need to get out. I'm feeling you so I've got my eyes watering here as well. I just feel that there is really something you need to get out of your system. There's something you need to say. It's almost like, is that the fear? You want to move on, but you're not willing to actually claim that. I'm getting that word, claim it. Okay. Because you've actually got here that something is coming to fruition. Okay. And I'm being drawn to the full moon. So I feel that this is, if it's not this full moon, it's within the next month. I'm being shown two. So it's like something changing within these two full moons. So from the March to the April. All right. And I feel that change is well overdue for you, Trisha. Okay. See, even this, you see, you've got the attraction card. And again, I just am drawn to the full moon coming up here. It's like you have drawn this to you, but now you're not quite sure. All right, whether I can make the move, whether it's time for the move, you're now going into those doubts. Okay. And I want to say, please breathe. Do what I said earlier. Please breathe. Just release that. Okay. Because change is here for you, my love. Okay. You've got the change card there. This is the right time for this big change. All right. And I just keep getting, it is long overdue. Okay. I just want to see what might be blocking you, Trisha. What might be blocking you? Now, as I always do say, when I do a live event like this, I'm always told by Spirit that even when I'm doing an individual reading, do listen to those individual readings, because there are messages that are going to resonate for others. So what I'm told is that the people I'm drawn to are often like a conduit for the message. Okay. So they choose the people based on whatever is going on in their life and that message that needs to get out. So then through that reading, this can often be a reading for several of you. Okay. So they do keep it quite broad, because it's hopefully then sometimes a trigger for somebody else, all right, to also make that change. So I'm just getting that again, that this message could also resonate very much for others of you. So that's why I said taking some deep breaths, lean back and be open. Don't, because the minute we're closed and we say, I want it exactly how I want it, sometimes I was using the analogy yesterday of a bus coming into a station. I don't know why Spirit gave me a bus. And it's like we start going, oh no, that's not the one I want. It's not right. It's not the right number. It's not the right destination. It's the wrong color. Oh no, there's too many people on that bus. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. And that could be the perfect bus for you. Obviously, this is an analogy for something changing in your life. But we can then get too caught up in our exact picture when we're manifesting that we want to be getting into the energy of it. But sometimes, so if you want to get a new car and you say, I want it to be like this, and this, and this. Sometimes in being too rigid with the details is the perfect thing comes along, but because one of the things doesn't tick the box, but it does if you step back and look at it in a different perspective, then we let it go. Okay. And that was meant for us. That can happen with people. That can happen with roles that we're meant to go in. And just knowing that sometimes that door just isn't going to open. But here, Trisha, this door is opening for you. So I feel I'm getting that message as well, is not to hesitate. Don't talk yourself out of the change. All right. So I'm just going to see what might be blocking you. Okay. Right, well, this is interesting that you've got this change coming, but you've then got surrender to non-action. Okay, so it's almost like that sounds like a contradiction in changes coming. So it does feel a bit of keeping an eye on that door. And it feels like that change is just coming about. It's like it's coming towards you, and don't resist it. All right, does that make sense? Because you've also got surrender your ego. Now, when we think of ego, we always then think of, oh, it's a, Donna was saying earlier, we think of it as a bad thing. We need that. We need our ego there, but it's when it starts to rule us and we're not listening to our heart, okay? Because our ego wants to keep us safe. So it might say, oh, don't do that. Oh, no, you're stepping outside the box. Oh, no, that's people are going to criticize you, or you might get judged. And that's the fear response, because it's trying to keep us in the cave and keep us safe, okay? So you need to know when to listen and decide, hang on, I need to overcome these barriers. Why is it making, that's back to listening to the body. Sometimes we should, listen to what the ego is saying, but we also need to then decide when we then go, right, okay, time to be quiet and it's time to push, okay? Because I just feel, it says here, let go of the stress, surrender the stress, okay? It's that whole, when I said earlier about being open, and that, look at that picture. It's saying be open. Let it be, and let it move towards it, because I feel this is a good change for you, Trisha, okay? I feel this is going to change your life, and change can be scary, but what's the alternative? We just stay stuck and then we exist through our life and don't necessarily get to learn the lessons that we're here to do. So I really hope that helps. Okay, bless you, Trisha. I hope that has helped you and anyone else where that message resonates. So I'm just going to see who they're taking me to now. Okay, do I keep freezing? I don't know why. I've had that issue with this site as well myself when watching. Hopefully it won't be too bad. It could just be the connection. I've got full signal here, so I am sorry if it's freezing. Dina Wright. Dina. Is it Dina? Dena? Have I said it right? Dina? Okay, I'm being drawn to your name straight away here. Right. Okay. And take off the W. And I'm being told you are right in your thinking. Let me see what this is about. I'm being told that you know what that is. I'm feeling that there's been some sort of conflict. All right. I'm being shown heads butting together. All right. And I'm getting the message for you. It's unnecessary. All right. I am getting it's unnecessary. Okay. What am I using for you here today, Dina? Or it's like I'm getting here, it's gone on too long. Does that make sense? It's gone on too long. So even if you are right, it's sometimes letting go of the need to be right. Okay, I'm just going to see what else that block might be. Hold on. Because sometimes we get caught up in our desperate need to be right, prove our point, prove the other person wrong. Now, here's the thing. The reality of it is we are all here on our journey. And there is a lovely affirmation that sometimes, we can get triggered by somebody else's opinion, but it's their opinion. They're entitled to it. Do you know what the opposite is of not allowing people their opinions? We are then in a world where we are only allowed the opinion of the person who's telling us that's their opinion. Say no more, okay? So if you are doing that in your own world and just saying, I'm right, you're wrong, and you have no right to think that way, then we're getting into a regime of what people have fought wars over to get us out of. Does that make sense? That's the message I'm getting through here. So think about that. It's just a tiny version of that broader picture. It's saying, you will believe what I say is right because I'm right. And what we do when we do that, it's like trying to rescue somebody. All right, if you're rescuing somebody or trying to get them to see your point of view, and we all do it, we're all, you know, it could be our loved ones, and we're saying, don't do that. If you do that, you're going to put yourself in danger. If you take that job, that's wrong. If you indulge in that substance, that's wrong. Okay, you may be correct in that, but I think throughout history, I don't know many people who, through their insistence of saying to someone, don't go down that path, they have taken their advice, especially if it's children. I don't know why I'm getting children coming in here. Children are meant to then, you know, disregard what you say. They go from that age, don't they, of just thinking you are the world, you are everything, you know everything, and then overnight, bang, you know nothing. All right. But if they didn't, we'd all stay so connected. No one would ever go on their path. All right. And then it's almost like we then grow up totally disagreeing with what our parents say, or we do the opposite, or we might copy. And this is what I'm getting for you here, so I hope it resonates. Is that it's letting go of that, allowing somebody their path, and being directed to these woods behind, and you get different paths within the woods. And you might say, oh, let's go down this path. And someone says, actually, this path looks really interesting to me. And you can say, okay, no, you must come down my path. This is the way we're going. Or you can say, okay, you go down your path and maybe we'll meet up at a crossroads further through the woods. Okay, so that's a picture I've just been given. And honouring that someone has to, we're all here to learn. And therefore, I don't like using the word mistakes, but we all stumble, we all fall down. And there's that lovely, I've got it on a stone, it says fall down 7 times, get up 8. Okay, so sometimes we need to be allowed to stumble, because otherwise we don't become resilient, we don't grow. We just stay frightened and in the cave. All right. So it just feels like sometimes we just need to give up that need to be right, and allow someone to just have their own opinion, because the alternative is not a good one. So take that to heart, that we don't want other people telling us what to do, but then all of a sudden here we are telling someone else what to do. Does that make sense? So why would it be okay for us but not okay for others? Think about that. We're actually contradicting ourselves. Okay. Right. Okay. So what I'm getting is your block. You've got here surrender obsessive thinking, okay? Ruminating over and over and over and over and over again. All right. Do some of that, what I was suggesting earlier. It's time to go outside, stand on the ground and let it go. Do those exercises I said at the beginning. If you weren't here at the beginning, you can watch this when it's posted up later and go back and see the advice I gave at the beginning. Okay. It's this that's keeping you stuck. You're not letting it go. Okay. And I'm just getting a sense of just needing to let it go. Yeah, it's like you've forgotten. I've got here surrender to your passions. All right. And what I'm getting here is it's like you've shut down that creative side. You've forgotten what it's like to bring things that you love into your life. What small things bring you joy? Okay. And I always emphasize small things, because what I've noticed with from a lot of people with the world in the last year, someone actually said, because they were forced to do it and they didn't have big holidays to go on and they didn't have what they think is bringing them joy, it brought them some transient happiness, but then they found that's gone as soon as they get back. So what is it? Something's not feeding their soul. We cover it up, we keep putting layers of just coating, but we're not getting to the core of the problem. So so what I feel here is just a need to bring into your life what small things bring you joy, what just makes you smile. And sometimes we don't know because we've been looking at maybe too broad a picture. And I'm being shown here, it's time to bring it down to the tiny things. I will get up as the summer comes in at 4 in the morning just to go and watch the sunrise, and it fills my soul. And then I go and watch the sunset. And I make a special effort to then, you know, if it means going to bed earlier so I can get up at 4 in the morning as it starts to happen now, to go and watch that sunrise, I'll do it. And that just brings it, just sets my day and makes me feel amazing to be alive. So if you're not ready yet to appreciate the small things, I'm getting here that it is time for you to do that. Okay, I'm just going to just see if there's anything else here. Dina. being told to say again, listen out. Some of these messages could be for more than the person I'm actually reading for. Okay, so you've also got here, have faith. Now I'm being drawn to this to say, have faith in yourself. Okay, have faith in yourself. That'll come more if you get in touch with that joy just a bit more. All right, it feels like you've lost yourself a bit, and that's why you're getting into that obsessive thinking. It's you're narrowing down, pinpointing down on the wrong things. You need to pinpoint down on what brings you joy, not obsessive thinking over something that actually needs to be let go of. All right, I hope that helps. Okay, right, just break the cord with that. Okay, my love, well, I wish you well. Okay, where I'm going now. Okay, I'm being drawn to, I don't know which of you is here, but it's Peter and Denise Burlingham. Are you in the UK? Okay, so I'm being drawn to both your names here. All right, so let's see what's coming up here because I feel that there is something for both of you. Right, I'm being shown the two of you facing inward, okay, towards each other, okay, and it's like you're holding your hand, each other's hands like this, and really looking into each other's eyes. I want to say, if you're not doing that, that's what you need to do more of, all right? I do feel a very, very strong heart connection. I'm being shown a wonderful connection between both your hearts here, all right? But I'm also picking up a lot of tiredness with one of you, okay? And it just feels like it's all a bit too much hard work. So, what I'm getting here. I'm getting the saying this too will pass. All right, so I'm not getting a big issue here. Don't make it a big issue. I do feel that the both of you have been going through some particularly challenging aspects, but I'm being drawn to further back than it. Let's don't always just home in on this year. I feel this has been going on for much longer. I feel 18 months, 2 years. Okay. Time to just bring that heart connection and make it stronger. All right, I already feel it strong. So I just want to have a look here. These stick together, these ones. Yeah, okay. So that, there we go. That confirms it. Build on solid ground. That's it in literally black and white. You've already got something very, very solid. So it's time to just make it a priority. All right, please. Take time out for each other. Have a wonderful date night. Do you know what I do? I started bringing into my life, and it worked because I'd already done it for years. When this happened, it worked very well. I will we'll make the effort. We started having date nights of a particular type, but at home. So we would either get a meal in or make something together, but we would go much further than that. We would get dressed up for each other as if we were going out to the best place that we were going out to. So I would put on a lovely evening dress, and I started looking on eBay, and I could get the most amazing gowns, really, really cheap. All right, so cheaper than the night out would have been. All right, so cheaper than going to the cinema or something like that. And it was lovely. I'd go upstairs and do my hair, do my makeup, put on a beautiful gown, and it was just lovely coming down and seeing the look in his eyes. And he would do the same. So it was like we were getting ready. And what I proved, okay, is that the energy that you use for a particular thing, you don't need that posh hotel. You don't need the posh do or going to an expensive restaurant. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But what I'm saying is you can bring that energy in. I found I was as excited getting ready for those evenings as I was if we were going out somewhere. The thing about and then what I found was sometimes you can pay, you've got a ticket to go somewhere, and then when it comes to the night, you don't want to go. Okay, so, okay, that's just fallen out, so I'm going to use that one for you. And this is what I'm feeling is, just spice it up a bit and just bring some more fun into what you've got now. All right, we just keep looking outside ourselves. If this last year, if it's taught us anything, it's look inward for the answers. Okay, we just bring in all these layers of what we think we need in our life, and it's the answers are within us, and we can make something out of not a lot. It's all about the energy, it's all about the feeling, but you have to be willing. You've got to be open. Because I've also pulled for you here, this jumped out, spread your wings. Isn't that lovely? Spread your wings. Be open. All right, be open to the new, just trying new things. Right, I'm also getting here. Okay, I'm actually, I'm getting quite warm here all of a sudden. So I do feel between you as well. There is real passion. And it's just, you just need to, you've got solid ground there. So it just needs tweaking, all right? It just needs bringing some more fun and energy into it. All right. Lovely feeling with the both of you. All right. Okay. Well, this says it all when it's a reading for a couple. Listen. You need to listen to each other. And when we say listen, we mean we keep quiet. All right. When we say, oh, I want to hear what you want. I want to hear what you think. And then what do? We keep interrupting. We keep going, yeah, but no, you don't get it. What about me? All right. You have to give each other. So you could say something like, okay, you can talk for 10, 15 minutes and I will actively listen. And actively listen means not, oh, when's this 15 minutes going to be over? All right, then I can move on and talk about me. You need to hear. You can listen, but we got to hear. A lovely saying, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth, all right, for a reason. But in this instance, I just feel you need to listen to each other. Okay. Yep. Okay. Heal. So if there is anything going on with you, it's time to heal it, and listening is going to help. And then just bring that fun in. Okay. I've also got the leadership card here, and what I'm feeling with this is it's almost like the burden of a lot of things has been on one of your shoulders. I'm not going to go into intimate details on here, but it just feels like maybe one of you has been carrying more of a burden than the other. So maybe that just needs to allow that person a voice. This isn't about blaming, saying I've been doing it all. There's nothing worse than going, I've been doing all of this. But shouting it needs to be said gently. So maybe you could plan an evening together and set it up and just say, we're going to listen to each other. All right, I'm going to hear you. That's a lovely saying to say to someone you love. All right, I'm going to hear you. All right, and not hear it. We need to settle ourselves into a position of not getting defensive. So when we move into openly and hearing, we need to put aside that ego of, oh, you're having a go at me, because then it spirals into disaster. Okay, it needs to be, I'm going to hear you, and if you're feeling uncomfortable with something that I've done, then I need to hear you. Okay, right, I hope that has helped. All right, let's see. Georgie Morris. Georgie. Okay, my love. All right, you're having a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Okay, let's see if I can help you here. Right, I want to see what the blocks, what you might need to let go of. Okay, so just link in with me here, Georgie. Okay. I'm really picking up on your energy here, my love. I really feel you are a very, very kind person. All right. They're showing me you like, I don't know why they're giving me this, so I've got, I just pass on what Spirit showed me. They're showing me you rescuing, like rescuing little ducklings who are about to fall down a drain. Okay, so I feel that this is your nature. If you're not actually rescuing ducklings, then I feel that this is an analogy for this is what you do. You help people before they fall. Okay, but I am just being shown again what I was saying in an earlier reading. Be careful that you're not stopping people follow their own path. All right. So oh, okay, because they're showing me, you know, you can pick up a duckling and stop it falling down, okay? But sometimes we can't do that with people, all right? Sometimes we need to allow them the path, and if that's, again, this is an analogy, not if they're going to fall down that drain, you can then help them when they're ready to come out, all right? It's a bit like when they say that if you see a friend or a loved one or someone you're trying to help has gone down in the pit, all right, and there's different ways of thinking of this, but I'm more shown you don't jump in the pit with them and then you're both stuck. You don't allow someone to drag you into the pit. There has to be putting on your own face mask first. All right, you've got to look after your own well-being to be strong enough when they're ready to come out of the pit. You can put the ladder in. Does that make sense? It's not going in there with them and going, okay, I'm going to be in this awful state with you. It's not your path. Okay. So I just feel there is a need for you here, Georgie, to do some more self-care. All right. And there just feels a need for some boundaries. All right. I just feel people can take a lot from you. All right. So I'm just going to see what might be blocking you. Okay. I've also got for you here, surrender obsessive thinking. All right. Surrender obsessive thinking. So I just feel you are ruminating over something. Here's the thing. Ask yourself the question by thinking it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. What does it solve? So that's the question for you. It doesn't really solve anything. So it's there's a need here to take some action. And even if that is actively, if you wake up, I'm getting sort of waking up in the night or when you first get up and your brain starts going, so get up. Don't lay there thinking about it. Take action. So even that is taking action. I'm not going to allow my mind to take over here. Or what I can, okay, they're telling me to give you an affirmation. What I find really, really helps is you can get an affirmation that is, you switch your thinking and you just start quoting this affirmation. All right, so I'm going to give you an affirmation that will help you when you feel yourself going into that. Okay, so you can have the short one. Everything I need comes to me in perfect time. Everything I need comes to me in perfect time. Or I relax and enjoy life. I know that whatever I need to know is revealed to me in the perfect time and space sequence. All right, so I'll leave that there for you, and then you can always come back and photograph that. Can you see that? All right, so that's what I find really works when the mind starts ruminating and obsessive thinking. You need to replace it somehow with something else that switches you on to a different. Think of it when a train switches tracks. All right, we need to. Who's going to pull the lever to help it? That's an old-fashioned way, but they're showing me that. They're like transport today, don't they? We're in buses and trains. Okay, it gives us a good picture of what it is they're trying to get over here. All right, so I'm just seeing what else might be there for you. All right, so this goes with the obsessive thinking. Surrender the drama. And I feel this is a message for lots of you as well. You know, what are you getting caught up in? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you keep looking over and over and over again? Time to switch off the phone, switch off the devices, get out in nature. Okay? Go for a walk, breathe. Say something positive, feed your mind with something positive. Watch only positive things. I'm very, very strict about what I look at, what I allow into my sphere. I even now switch off the radio because you just get the same stuff coming in. I only follow people who resonate with me, okay? Because otherwise you're just, so think of it like it's the same. You know that what you put in your body has a reaction to your body. No different to your mind, your eyes, your ears. what you put in is what you create more of. All right, so I feel a need here to let go of the drama. And this feels as well with other people that are in your life, okay, who are the ones you're trying to, you might be going in the pit with. It's time to remove yourself from the pit and let people lead their lives, and then be there. You know, you can be there for them, but you can't live it for them, okay? And it does feel that you just need to put up some more solid boundaries between, you may even need to rethink, yeah, you see, because you've even got the surrender frustration. I just thought I'd pull you another one of the surrender cards. Surrender frustration, all right? It's making you very, very frustrated. You just need to back off a bit from them, all right? Or from that situation. But I do feel there's a person involved. Yeah, okay. So this again is talking what I was saying earlier, and this again would be useful to everybody. Earth and ground, okay? Get out there, walk barefoot on the earth. Just standing there. Wow, I love to do that under the stars. Barefoot, feeling that. I even do it in winter for a few minutes, and it's amazing. I don't freeze. I don't. Once I connect in with spirit, once I connect in with the divine, the light, whatever you want to call that greater part of us, the world, the universe, however you want to refer to it. And then I don't feel the extremes of the heat or the cold. So I just feel, you, my love, if you can just let that go. I'm being told you need a crystal. So I'm just going to pull a crystal card for you here. Thank you for all of those who are staying up. I know it's late if you're on the other side of the world. But whoever is here and hears the message, this is meant for you. Okay, so that's what I always feel. Whoever is here, hear the message. Okay. What I've got for you is malachite. Okay, what it says is, I can give you freedom. I am here to help you weave a pattern of liberation to lift you above the pains of life. And not only yours, but others. I come via a stream of cosmic love. Also, I bring you harmony. Visualize me. You can see the beautiful geometric patterns that surround me. There is one that has meaning for you. So that's the angel. These cards come with the angel of malachite. That is for you. Okay, so it might be a crystal that you want to get hold of and work with. So I hope that has helped. Okay, bless you. Right, let's see who else is here. So if you can just now put into the bottom if you're still here, so I don't do a reading for someone that has gone. Okay, so okay. Tina Reagan. Okay, Tina. As I was saying earlier, though, to everybody, obviously what I do here is just a snippet. These are just short readings. If you want a much more in-depth or support with your life, I work with clients over a long period of time if they want. I do readings that are anything from half an hour to 3 hours, but I also do coaching, so we can do some really life transforming work moving forward. So, but it's a partnership, okay? Because a reading can only go so far. It can tell you what's about, all right, but then you're left with, so how do I now bring that about? And you might need the help in getting on that journey. So melaniewellard.co.uk, have a look at my website. Follow me on Facebook. All right, you will find me somewhere. You'll see my picture on there. Can't miss the hair. So, anyway, and then you can befriend me if you wish. That is just, they're all my business sites. I don't do, and I just try and give upliftment and support to people. Okay, right. So Tina, let's see what's up for you. I want to use the full moon cards for you as well. I feel that you're very tuned in. feel that you use the energies of the moon, or it makes you feel, the moon does make you feel a bit jittery, all right, as you lead up to the full moon. So you do need to make sure you're getting some rest as you can. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm just getting this energy all around me of a lot of being told this, a lot of talking in your ear, quite a lot of backbiting going on, a lot of angst going on here. Does that make sense? I want to sort of pick you up and just take you to somewhere lovely and quiet and peaceful by a stream. I'm being shown a stream and a waterfall, and just allowing you to just be there away from all this drama. I'm feeling here that you're trying to be the peacemaker, all right, and that isn't necessarily working, all right. So, okay, now you've mentioned family, and it's funny, they want to take me on something else here, because wow, look at this. You've got beginnings, blossoming, and creation. You've got a new door to go through, okay? Now I feel that in a way this door feels to me a bit of an escape door as well, away from these family issues. All right. So I want to say, okay, I'm also being shown here, you need to sort of like back off and shut the door, if that's at all possible. Okay. So even if that means going into another room, if your family are there, it just feels distancing yourself in whichever way you can. And that can be our mind distancing, that can be stopping the obsessive thinking that I've mentioned before, or this can mean literally physically going somewhere else, because you've also got blossoming and creation. And again, I'm drawn, isn't it funny, in all three, and I promise you there isn't on all these cards, you've got the full moon in all three of them. Okay. So I am feeling that there's work to be done. You could use the power of this full moon coming up on the 28th, 29th to, I feel, do some releasing, but also some forgiveness. All right. I do feel that there is some forgiveness needed by you. All right. But I'm also feeling that this could go both ways. There could be also, be some forgiveness of self needed. All right. Yeah, because look, you've got that beginning and then you've got flying free. All right, so I am getting that there might be a need to distance yourself. Can't go into too much detail about this, but I feel there is this new start for you. There is this newness of something. All right, but yeah, I don't want to go into the personal details of that here. Okay, right. Hi, Laura. Laura D'Angelo. I've read for you before, haven't I, Laura? Okay, but you have come up for me here. All right, Laura, let's see what's going on with you. Right, I'm just trying to work out what it is they're showing me here. I've got them like you're leafing through a catalogue or a magazine. Okay, and what I'm picking up here is a sense of it's the mood more that you're doing this, that they're showing me this. Okay, so this isn't necessarily an absolute thing that you're doing, but it's like you're bored. It feels like you're bored with things. Okay. So, oh, that jumped out. Okay. Wow, you've got the same card here as I pulled out someone else earlier. Build on solid ground. All right. It just feels to me that things aren't moving fast enough for you. Okay. But I do feel that there's definitely a need for that, for patience. All right, with you at the moment. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just hesitating because they're giving me some complicated pictures of what's going on, and I'm just trying to work out what it is they're saying. Okay, I've got here, you've got the resilience card. What I'm picking up with that is you're feeling that you're not resilient. All right, I feel that why am I getting that you've isolated yourself a bit, and you're feeling that you can't handle what is coming at you. But I'm being told that you are so much stronger than you think. I've also got here the have faith card. Okay, but I'm feeling that's in you. All right, you are much stronger than you think you are. All right. Boredom, when I say boredom, we always think of, oh, I haven't got anything to do. This can be sometimes when we're just not happy with our surroundings, with our life, and we get this sense of dissatisfaction. And if we allow that to grow, or trying to fix it with the wrong things, to bring a bit of movement and excitement in, then that can lead us down the wrong path. Okay. Yeah. I feel your situation is a bit complicated here, but I have again got movement choices and decisions. It's like I do feel, and you've got the universe. So it's like the world is your oyster, but you're not quite seeing it. And I feel that there's going to be some choices that you've got to make, all right, to take you through a different door, a different path. But I also feel that when they were showing me this sort of like scanning through a magazine, this also felt like you're trying to distract yourself from maybe some decisions that need to be made. All right. And then you get this sense of boredom, but it's because you're not actually taking any action. All right. Yeah, you see you've got another door going through here, trusting your intuition. It's like you know that there is something that needs to change. Go, if you can, do that thing of going within, seeing. It's like stop distracting yourself and start to listen to the messages that are there for you. All right. Anyway, I just realized the time. I need to finish now. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on and supporting me. I absolutely love being with you. As I say, if you want to work with me further, then just look at my site, melaniewellard.co.uk, and send me a message or private message me. Join my Facebook, and I will be here same time next week. All right. Bless you all. Take care. Bye.